Hey, what is going on, everybody? Connor Everything back sooner than I expected to be back with another Advanced Wars by Web replay commentary. One video ago, I kind of revealed my plan to cast a game from every round of the Smacky Cup 2. And I was obviously planning on casting my games for every round, but I was eliminated, unfortunately, in the second round. And I was eliminated by Cross and Fox. So this is my game plan, if you haven't figured it out. I will be casting the winner of every game from now on. And that winner, if he loses, well, I'll just cast the next winner. Man, I did not do a good job of explaining that. But in other words, because Cross and Fox beat me, we, as a community, the Connor Everything community, are now Cross and Fox fans. Woohoo! We want Cross and Fox to go all the way, but first he's got to get through that guy behind you. And if that guy behind you wins, then we're that guy behind you fans. Woo! Let's get it. So that's how it's going to work. And, you know, maybe fortunately, maybe unfortunately, we have, I guess the word's not unique, but we have perhaps an uninteresting matchup for the next game. We have a Hawk mirror. And I cannot believe this. I've been doing this for like 6 months. I have never covered Hawk in a video. Can you guys believe that? I have never broken him down as a character. So, without further ado, let's talk about possibly the coolest character in the game, Hawk. Just from his character design to his stoicism, I think Hawk might be my favorite character in the game. He's a CO that I spammed when I would play my sister in Advanced Wars Dual Strike. Before, I just remember being a kid and assuming that every single CO in the game was perfectly balanced. So it didn't matter what you'd play. So I would play Hachi and she would play Lash, and I would always beat her. And I'd be like, haha, got you. Unknowingly, to me, I was playing the most broken CO in the game. And Hawk definitely is in the running for one of the most broken COs in the game. He is very, very good. So first of all, he has no weaknesses. In fact, his day-to-day is one of the best in the game, and it's only matched by people such as Sturm or Von Bolt. And that is units gain plus 10 attack. That's all units, guys. Infantry, mechs, airborne units, naval units, indirects. Everything gains plus 10 attack. That definitely helps. Of course, he's countered by people that have a boost to defense that kind of makes his day-to-day worthless. But if other people's day-to-day don't have 10% attack, then that also makes their attacks useless. In other words, this is a really, really good day-to-day. His CO power, a 5-star CO power. That might be the highest CO, the highest. So actually, it's not might be. The only other CO power that has more stars than Hawk is Meteor Strike 1. It's Sturm's Meteor Strike 1. And if you really want to count it, Ex Machina, because but Ex Machina is a super CO power, so it doesn't really count. We got Black Wave. All units gain 1 HP, and all enemy units lose 1 HP, to a minimum of 0.1 HP. And then we got Black Storm. For 4 more stars, all of his units, gain 2 HP, and all enemy units lose 2 HP. So, now you can kind of see the issue with a Hawk mirror. Hawk gets his Black Storm. Yes! I've damaged all of his units on the map, and I've healed mine. Yes, I did it. Well, chances are your opponent also has Black Storm, because you're playing the same CO, and he's going to heal all of that damage back. So, when do you pop Black Storm in a game like this? Well, if it were me, I would never, ever pop Black Storm first. Ever, ever, ever. Now let me explain. I guess not explain. Let me talk about how that decision has worked out for me in the past. It hasn't. I have played lots, and this probably like 6 months ago I was playing a lot, and I ran into a lot of Hawk mirrors. I would never pop Black Storm first. I'd let them pop it, and then I'd just heal my units back, and I go, okay, idiot. What are you doing that for? I'm going to totally come back and win. And it just never worked out like that. I would usually lose those engagements. So an obvious key here to popping popping Black Storm is if you're going to pop Black Storm, you have to be able to wipe out a lot of their units to make it worth it, okay? Because if they have no units left, they have no units to heal, and the units that you just attacked with are all going to take a beating. So it has to be mega worth it. If you asked me how I think this game is going to go, and I don't know, I have no idea, I could see both of them sitting on their Black Storm almost all game. But we will see. So, reminder, we are definitely Cross and Fox fans for this match, and if he loses, well, the next time will be that guy behind you fans. Definitely gonna have to break this map down before we start. I'm unsure what it's called. I've never played on it before, but obviously, as you can see, it's pretty darn expansive. A big map with not 2, not 3, but each player is actually going to have control of 4 factories. And then, of course, you can see here what this factory can do. So this factory has a couple options if you really think about it, right? Like if you have vision around this area, you could put a rockets or a artillery here and then shoot at enemy units. But let's get real. If you have vision of this area that is so easily reinforced by this, this airport and these factories, you've already won the game. Getting a chance to put an artillery or a rockets on this base, you really wouldn't do it. So a unit that obviously sits really well on this base right here is a recon. It gains lots of vision, gives you lots of intel, and it's pesky, and he'd have to park a artillery right here to constantly deal with it. Okay, so and it's only 4,000, so a recon does wonders right here. And what I am actually realizing as we speak about this is actually kind of a fun spot for a pipe runner to sit. A pipe runner can then move onto these pipes, and it has decent vision. Moreover, you might be a little scared to run a pipe runner out here, because if you run it this way, you're in kind of voring distance from these tanks and battlecopters that come out. But if you drop it just one down right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you could get hit by a battlecopter. But I'm thinking, oh, but you know what else is? This gives you decent vision. If you just put a pipe runner here, the only thing that can dislodge it is another artillery. So that's actually kind of cool. You could cough up the funds for a pipe runner and just leave it here. It gives you decent vision, and you could get a lot of clean shots off at units. With the only way of dislodging it is a diagonal artillery, which then it can then fire on. So the artillery has to come into vision range to gain access to even shoot on this, and then it will be fired upon. Nothing. So the true counter to this is you're going to have to build a rockets, right? Build a rockets from this base, run it out, and then start attacking with the pipe runner. Definitely not something that I saw when I originally looked at this map. But man, I think a pipe runner would be a fun build, and I think that might be the whole purpose of why this was put here, quite frankly. So we'll see. We'll see if we see some pipe runner action in this game. All right, enough talking, guys. Let's get into the game. We got that guy behind you versus Cross and Fox. So that guy, double infantry, Cross and Fox will follow suit. Okay, we push out. We push on. Yep. Yep. Couldn't afford a car, so he named his daughter Alexis. Could not afford he actually could have afforded a recon there. And I'm seeing that guy behind you can afford a recon. Will he go? He will not go early game recon. I think an early game recon would be, really just ignoring the possibility for some nice early game interrupts here from both players. Wow, yeah, both players. Aha, and then he opts to gain early game vision of this area. What does this vision do in this area in an early game situation? Honestly, not a whole lot. I probably would not have been focused on popping an early game recon on one of these bases at all in the early game. And I think Cross and Fox skipped. He skipped another turn that he could have made a recon. Recons roll out really nicely. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. or 6, 7, I don't know, whatever. So recons roll out nicely, guys. I would have, you know, I did lose to this guy, but I think I would have liked, there we go, there's another recon that can roll out over here. Of course, I would have liked to see it on a base that's higher up, but then, you know, I guess infantry can then get to buildings faster, and recons have good movement, so maybe that is the correct build order, I suppose. And then, yeah, Cross and Fox getting spooked early, getting spooked early by this recon, and kind of panic buys an artillery. I would ignore this and just, if I were playing the game, and again, I lost, but let me know what you guys think of this. I don't think this is the correct buy. I would ignore this recon and focus on pushing tanks and on my recons out to the southeastern and northwestern fronts. If I was Cross and Fox. Okay, we push out. Cross. That guy is getting his recon moving, and then he goes triple Lagan. He goes triple infantry here. Okay, we push out. Players finally are going to start seeing some income accruing, and then there it is, the tank. And next turn, Cross and Fox will begin firing at this recon, and we can see Cross and Fox has not taken the bait. It might seem a good idea to put a recon here in the early game, but in actuality, you can definitely afford to wait a couple turns before you grab that vision for any meaningful recon. Check this out. Very cool move by Cross and Fox. I like this. Getting infantry to challenge down here early with this T-copter. However, because of this early game recon, it's probably not going to amount to a whole lot, because that guy is going to get a very clean shot off. Okay, that guy pushes out his troops, and yeah, I mean, look at how well that recon rolled out, right? Well, how many turns was that? Just 3 turns, and now it's right here. If they had rolled them out a turn earlier, you know, it could have interrupted this. Although he does have a tank backing up, so cool build order for Cross and Fox here. Does reveal this tank on the vision. So you know, that guy will now know that tank is coming. Hold on, where did he just move that tank? So he knows the tank is coming this way. You know, he could have moved his tank out here, but why would he do that? He should probably move this tank north and then just build a tank here. It's the same thing. We will see if that is what that guy does. He does. Okay, so that's exactly what that guy does. And I'm not sure if this is the standard opening for this map or what, but that guy actually mirrors Cross and Fox. Maybe it's just because he saw what he was doing and says, ooh, that's a good idea, I'm going to copy you. Only difference is that guy is actually going to have a little bit of an advantage because this recon is going to come over here late. So perhaps Cross and Fox will be able to get lock down a city perhaps that guy will be able to lock down a city that Cross and Fox won't because of this recon. Okay, the artillery snuffs out the... Oh, okay. Huh. Diverting all of the... So this is 6,000 gold over the course of multiple turns just to get a 1,000 gold a turn city versus, first of all, denying him a city and also just getting the gold that you could have been getting down here. So, do I... Honestly, if I were to play on this map, and let me know what you guys think of this play, I would 100% just ignore this base. I don't know if I would ever get this base. What do you guys think? If anything, maybe I'd make a black boat, and then I can shuffle infantry like this. I can shuffle infantry like this with the black boat. I could even do like 2 at a turn, right? Load, and then, so I drive it back, load, make an infantry, load, drive it the next turn. I could do that, but pulling a T-copter all the way back, I don't know. It appears that they have a gentleman's agreement to do this, however. And we will see. Aha! So, check this out. Cross and Fox knows that there's a... that guy knows that there's a tank in this area, so he can no longer take advantage of that early game recon. Cross and Fox has now nullified this early game recon advantage. He does have 2 tanks. Or that guy does now have 2 tanks pushing to the north. He has actually opted to pull that tank back from dealing with this tank and now have a 2-tank advantage in the northwest. So that looks like it'll work out well for him. And then yes, see here, and here logistically, that guy is actually definitely just one-upped Cross and Fox, right? Because what Cross and Fox did was he loaded an infantry that was already pushed up into the front line into this T-Copter and then pulled it all the way back. When in reality, he should have pulled the T-Copter back, made an infantry on the farthest away base, and then loaded it in. So cool logistic movement from that guy. That is counter everything approved. Congratulations. Okay, so we push on here. Okay, and then yeah, if I were Cross and Fox, this probably would just end up sitting here for the rest of the game to quickly snipe whatever that guy is wanting to produce. So yeah, and then finally a recon rolls out to back up. I love this pushed up tank. He's definitely gonna like that, especially because that guy behind you has no response to it. However, kind of unknowing to Cross and Fox, he's going to have to get some tanks in his northwest, or he will be handedly overrun. That guy is now on his comm tower, and Cross and Fox is just a turn away from doing the same thing. Okay, and then the first battle copter comes out for that guy. Cross and Fox has produced 2 tanks, which he needs. He needs more tank presence, but that guy behind you actually kind of has a tempo boost if Cross and Fox produces a battlecopter and gets it in the fray as soon as he can. We will see. And then yeah, nice positioning in the forest here. It gains vision of all these cities, so Cross and Fox knows what is a-okay to jump on and what is not. And then great vision for Cross and Fox there. He does get himself interrupted on this city, but he's mirroring and capturing this city, so all is well. This is an odd city. Wait, what? Wait. Oh, okay. It's mirrored like this. Okay, yeah. So these 2 cities mirror each other. I'm seeing that now. And it looks like this recon is actually probably going to get some action, depending on where this tank goes. If I were Cross and Fox, I'd push it out to this tank to cover this area, but we will see what he does with it. Moment of truth, and he actually doesn't move it. He moved it. Oh man, see, I don't know, man. That tank I think would have sat really nicely right here, because then it was covered by this tank who could come and take a replacement shot, and that tank could pull back and blah blah blah. So I think that tank would have sit better right there. Okay. So yeah, that guy behind you getting some serious capturing done, and here we go. Here comes some battlefield engagements now, as opposed to the artillery engagements here. Awesome place for this to sit, and backed up by a tank. This might just be bait for Cross and Fox that he can't resist, but he actually will be able to resist it. He doesn't have any tanks in the area, so and then yeah, I would definitely take that engagement. You got good defense here, and you're crippling Cross and Fox's capture game, so well done by that guy. Okay, and that guy proceeds to move out and goes double arty. Interesting. He said, oh man, I probably would have gone another recon, but artillery can definitely make or break games. We've seen it on this channel, make or break games. So if he uses one in each front here, he could use that to pretty good success. Nice, grabs vision and clogs up a forest tile. Leaves. So this is kind of cool. Cross and Fox is assuming that he has a tank in the area. He says, "If you're ready, come and get it." Nah. I'm not gonna, take this engagement here. But check this out. Depending on where that battlecopter goes. Okay, so he is flying it, kind of close to the sun here, close to anti-air range, and do my eyes deceive me? Cross and Fox has not made an anti-air. That's a, I did lose to the guy, but I know for a fact that no anti-air right now is a big mistake on Cross and Fox's part. You got to assume that a battlecopter is out, and oh my goodness, so anti-air or battlecopter, right? Because with a comm tower boosted Hawk battlecopter is gonna strike at plus 20% damage, so it essentially assumes the role as an anti-air if you can take those engagements. Cross and Fox has not utilized this factory yet. Both players have lots of income, and I believe a pipe runner is what, 20,000? Is it only 12,000 or 20? I don't know. I'm making those numbers up. Can I click on this? No, I can't. But you know, both players might want to consider a pipe runner. I think that'd be a fun, definitely a fun unit to have. But with Cross and Fox's artillery right here, a pipe runner would be immediately shot at, unfortunately. So, but Cross and Fox, on the other hand, if he were to produce a pipe runner, that would be to some seriously good use, I believe, because then that guy would drive this artillery right here, only to be immediately shot at by the pipe runner the next turn. So, you know, just something to think about. I don't know. I genuinely think a pipe runner could be used to success here. So. That guy not getting overzealous. He's pulling back. He's not just driving into the unknown here. But both players are about to be, I believe, tied for income. Yep, just about tied for income now. And both players playing extremely cautiously. A good place for that tank to sit. Ooh, you know what? That might have been a roll. I think that with a comm tower, that can very well one-shot, and it did not. You know, ooh, and that is just out of range. Very interesting. I don't think Cross and Fox planned for that, but this is a pretty dangerous place for this to sit, man. You don't know where this if there's an anti-air in the mix here. Lucky for him, it's not. He's probably just dangling this in front of his face, saying, "Come get me." He's saying, "Nana boo boo. I'm better than you. Stick your head in doo doo." And here we go. We're getting engagements here. Ooh, and that is a one-shot. A nice one-shot from Cross and Fox. That's a lot of vision denied. And he's going for it. He's coming in with tanks. Nice. Okay. At the end of the day, I don't know. Oh, you know what? This tank cannot respond to this. So he's only going to have to... He only has one tank that he can respond with to this. So, you know, Cross and Fox will be down a tank. But then he can double up with these two tanks and a battlecopter next turn. So, we got an arty on the move. He says, you know, he goes, "F this shit. I'm out." I will gain vision of that next turn because he already knows he didn't make anything. But it's important to gain next turn because of the possibility of a pipe runner being there. Anybody? The only reason you make a pipe runner, I want to repeat, is because it grants you pretty good vision. Okay. And nice, that guy behind you can clog up a forest tile and slowly move up his units. He gains some vision here, and he'll start interrupting with infantry. And, you know, his tanks that were going to the north are now pretty much useless, but he does have a battlecopter that... And if, you know, Cross and Fox's strategy is to go battlecopter for battlecopter, that's not going to work up here. This battlecopter is going to run rampant up here, and it's going to take a while to deploy an anti-air that can deal. So that guy is going to like this northern battlecopter for sure. Sorry about that, folks, and we're back. Okay. We push out. I don't know why he did that. Oh, he's getting his infantry out of the way to take a shot here. Boom. And then he'll finish it off with a 6. Drive his tank into range. If he responds with tanks, he's going to get a face full of tank. And, you know, Cross and Fox still doesn't know if there is a artillery. The smart thing to do with these tanks, without a doubt, would be to retreat. You got an engagement. You took out a tank and then you took out a recon and then got an engagement, lost a tank for it, but I believe he's still up in value. And then that guy goes for more vision. He goes for more vision in this area. I mean, it's just kind of a waste of. It's just kind of a waste. If I could just give my opinion. Okay, so yeah, now he's gonna start liking this recon, and yeah, he cleans up. That guy's infantry presence pretty easily. And what does he do with this? He pulls back for repairs, pushes out, and then yeah, but in the same breath, he now has tanks to deal with this area. So now we're getting to the moment of truth. What will Cross and Fox do with these engagements over here? Okay, we take a shot with a recon. We finish off an infantry. We now clog up a force tile with our own, get a nice engagement. All really favorable engagements for Cross and Fox. That's for sure. Okay, we push out. Here we go. We are taking engagements here, and the battlecopter does get involved. And he grabs it and he says, "Oh no, this is not good." and there's a battlecopter in the area, and there's a tank in the this tank can respond to this. So looking like it could be a pretty meaty turn for that guy next turn. Only time will tell. Okay, but with this in a similar vein, this battlecopter getting involved down here is very good for Cross and Fox. Quite frankly, this tank getting involved down here is very good for Cross and Fox. These infantry stand no chance, and that guy's going to have to divert some resources to deal with both of those. So, and oh my god, Cross, do you know how to make an anti-air? You see that there's a battlecopter here. I don't know about this one, man. We will have to see how this game ends up, but I think you're going to be sorely regretful. Takes a shot from the road. Blood thinks he's Cole. Am I right? But he's actually getting the Cole boost just by existing. that's how good Hawk is. So unable to finish off. Oh, he will finish off. Then here comes anti-air, and here comes tank, and another tank. It was a very good turn for that guy behind you. Still down in troop HP or troop value, but he has not bought yet. He's about to get some more. He's about to get some s'mores right now. And wow, check this out. Oh, you know what? Cross and Fox will not get this city. How disappointing. Oh well. So, wait, why won't I get this city? Oh, I know why. Okay, never mind. He pushes out and then he comes back. He needs to get all this infantry out of here. Obviously, this is in vision range. So I don't know why he did this. He probably should have pulled it back, but it's gonna die anyway. Might as well die on a beach, right? Looking out at the ocean. Tell me about the rabbits, George. Or what is it? Is it the rabbits? Or tell me about the dogs, George. Of Mice and Men. Somebody remind me. It's Of Mice and Men, and pretty sure it's rabbits. Tell me about the something, George. And then George absolutely caps his homie in the back of the head. So sad. Rest in peace, a real one. No, we see no Pipe Runner. Pipe Runner would have been kind of fun right here. I'm just saying, it would have been kind of fun, but expensive for sure, an expensive unit. Okay, and then yeah, nice. Absolute destruction on this front, and then nice. This T-Copter's doing wonders. Yeah, Cross and Fox doing well on this front, but he's been locked down in the middle. Absolutely locked down. He's got to pull some serious troops back here. And genuinely, meanwhile, it looks like that guy over here has this front that he's going to lock down as well. So there will be an income disparity. It's kind of... There we go, Cross! Jesus, so you do make an anti-air. That is so overdue. We do have a bit of a battlecopter spam going on here. And we have a battlecopter spam going on, and that guy over there only has one anti-air. So he's got to be careful with it. Very careful. If I was that guy at this point... whenever I engage with my anti-air, I'm always assuming that anti-air is going to get taken out by a tank the next turn. So whenever I engage with an anti-air, I tend to make another anti-air, and it's been used. I've felt like I've achieved some success with that strategy in recent years here. But he is now that guy is now diverting a lot of his troops to the southeast. And then, I mean, dude, this is just like a meat grinder. I wouldn't make anything else on this freaking thing until I can make a Pipe Runner at this point. But even then, a Pipe Runner is going to get shot at. But you know what I would do? This is probably what I would do. If I had Black Storm ready, I'd make a Pipe Runner, let it get shot at, pop Black Storm. That will heal it for 2, plus the 2 that I get just from healing it from income. So it would get healed forward that turn, and then blast at whatever blasted at it, and that would allow you to maintain your Pipe Runner there if there was an artillery in range. So yeah, let's push out here. And then here goes another anti-air. Yes, he's definitely gonna like that. He sees because of this, he sees the battlecopter presence. So at the end of the day, it was I suppose it was a worthwhile purchase, but I just would have made another anti-air no matter what, you know. Oh man, in danger of getting this overrun if that guy has the infantry presence, and he totally does. So Cross and Fox is going to have to be a little bit careful. Okay, so yeah, Cross and Fox engaging with the units that he can engage with. Uh-oh. Not in range. So he might have done some maths there to see if this could have been in range. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Cross, you'll have to let us know in the comments. Yeah. Anyway, so he doesn't go another anti-air. God, I would just make more anti-air if I were him at this point. But he's gonna like these tanks. Hawk tanks, obviously shred. You love a Hawk tank. They do really good damage. So suddenly, this is a pretty high income game. We might see some teching up here. We will see. Nobody has teched up yet. Not a medium tank in sight. Just guys living in the moment. Nope. We go the classic battlecopter, tank, and then 2 infantry. Saving 3,000 next turn. He'll be able to probably buy something kind of cool. A bomber would go nice, just based on purchases that Cross and Fox is making. And oh no. So Cross and Fox gets the engagement. He dangerously drives this through a forest, first of all. He gets the engagement that he wants, and then he drives a battlecopter. Lucky for Cross. I mean, this is just going to get healed next turn unless he follows it up with a tank. Okay, now that's gone, but that tank is so gone next turn, brother. You're going to get attacked from a city, and that guy is just going to hit you really hard. So I think you're getting a little too overzealous here. Okay, we push out. We push on. Okay, so oh man, Cross and Fox. If you ask me, this is overextended. This seems just overextended. He is, that guy's going to have a freaking field day with Cross and Fox right now. And here we go. That guy, Cross and Fox does go another anti-air. That guy has Black Storm. Will he pop it? The answer immediately is no. Which is expected in a matchup such as this. Okay, now it's Cross and Fox's turn to get overextended. Absolutely, it's Cross and Fox's turn to get overextended. What will he do with this tank? Now it's that guy's turn to get overextended. Okay, not much Cross and Fox can realistically do. He'll be able to one-shot this recon next turn. Maybe take a cheeky shot with a battlecopter, but there's an anti-air that'll be there to clean it up. So right now, this game is definitely looking in that guy's favor, 100%. And oh no, this unprotected just took a very clean shot. Not looking too good for our boy Cross and Fox. Not a very exciting game. Here we go, Cross and Fox, Black Storm. By the way, is this this is Sturm's theme. Okay, Black Storm. Let's check. So hold on. We got 136,000 to 161,000. This will change bigly here. There's the heal. There's the damage. So Cross and Fox has just had a big damage shift, but I mean realistically, if you're looking at the board, unsure how much Cross and Fox is going to be able to get done here. Okay, takes a shot there. Can definitely clean up some units. You know. Oh no, you're totally letting that out to Hangman. Oh god. Okay, then takes a shot there. Good. Cleaning up units so his Black Storm cannot heal them is super important with this turn. He's done it in the Northwest. He's absolutely driven his units into a meat grinder here, though. This is not a good look for Cross and Fox right now. Let's see. Let's see what the Southeast has in store. Okay, so he's going to have to finish off that unit. Yes, he does. Uh-oh, you're not going to be able to finish it off. Okay, it's going to get healed. Not a lot, but it's going to get healed no matter what. Okay, and then what will happen here? Finishes off that unit. Finishes off the battlecopter. Good. Finishes off a tank. Nice. Nice. So suddenly there's a big troop disparity. A big troop disparity. Will that guy be able to pop Black Storm? Oh, nice. He takes out another tank. Oh, that's great, man. That's really great. Okay. Backs his T-Copter up, flies another battlecopter in, and then in a turn like this, to avoid a massive income shift, I'd probably just go triple infantry and maybe a battlecopter, right? That's going to mitigate the amount of healing you do next turn, and mitigate your income loss next turn, and you'll also have a big boost. That being said, you also just... I did not watch this game before casting it. He's a smart man. He's mitigating his income loss next turn. We're going to see it. Here it comes. Black Storm. Okay. So, healing up his units. Here comes the devastation. Not as big as the devastation we saw when Cross and Fox popped it. The disparity is not there, and that guy behind you has less troops to work with. Cross and Fox is also working with a 10% defense boost right now, don't forget, because of the Pop CO power. How much damage can that guy behind you do right now? Just looking at the board, it seems like it's going to be a lot. Okay, we come in with that boosted defense. He's not able to one-shot here. He's coming in. Yes, attacks with the battlecopter. He's got an anti-air of his own to deal with this battlecopter next turn. And this tank. And you know what? He is unable to shoot at this tank. This is a mistake. I think this was a mistake. This was a mistake. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. No, he had to pick. He kind of screwed himself over. He simply had to pick. So lucky for Cross and Fox, that tank will not take a beating this turn. But here he comes in. He's going to be able to get some licks off here. He has lots of tanks to deal with, and then yeah. So recon gone. Unfortunate. That tank in position to deal with any more tanks that Cross and Fox may push in. Here we go. We push out. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see where we stand after this turn. So, Cross and Fox with a unit advantage, but a serious value disparity. And based on what Croc and Fox is seeing right now, I would be very, very disappointed and dissuaded. I tell you what really needs to happen, at least on one front. Cross and Fox needs to back up. He needs to back up. He gets a good cheeky hit at this, but in all honesty, I fall victim to this trap a lot, okay? In all honesty, what have you accomplished here? You have struck a anti-air with no air in the area. You have struck an anti-air with no air in the area. And you have just hung out a tank to dry next to 3 defense stars or planes or whatever. Or you've hung out a tank to dry in front of a possible battlecopter. So, although it looks like a juicy engage, you've accomplished absolutely, truly. In fact, not only have you accomplished nothing in this scenario, you have handicapped yourself. You have left a tank out to dry. You might as well have just driven this tank into this plains without it striking anything. That's essentially what has been accomplished here. So, just got to be more careful and not take what looks like a juicy engagement, because it could end up, biting you right in your ass. Who knows? Okay. So, I mean, at this point, it's taking 3 battlecopters to rid yourself of 1 tank. That's just not a good look. You're not gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it. So he is healing this, and normally I wouldn't do this, but he's also refueling it, and it is running out of fuel. So Cross and Fox reinforcement with trip tank here, and then yeah, I mean, look at these boom, 2 engagements that are just really clean. Boom, another clean engagement with another anti-air to clean up any more battlecopters that Cross and Fox is sending sending Cross and Fox's way. And look, he even gets some engagement with this, and then boom, and then look what happens. Boom. Yeah, guys, without knowing the end of it, this really is not looking good. I think we can all agree that we're gonna need the second greatest comeback of all time from Cross and Fox if he's gonna come back. You guys remember the first. I don't have to remind you. You guys remember the first. Okay. And man, I would love to see a pipe runner. Oh my god, would I love to see a pipe runner right here. Seriously, it would go so well right here, would it not? It blocks movement out of the base, full movement out of the base, or ideal movement out of the base. It hits air units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it would be able to strike this. You unfortunately would not have, I don't believe you would have vision of this. I think it only grants 4 vision, but you could strike air units that fly past it. I don't know. I would love to see it. We're at day 19. What is Cross and Fox thinking? It's tournament on the line here. It's kill or be killed. He finally decides to retreat in favor of grabbing some reinforcements. Yeah, full retreat here on all fronts, and that, you know, it's not looking good for Cross and Fox. But look, this is what happens when you retreat. You retreat into units that are being reinforced. Okay, so you're essentially cutting out a turn it takes for reinforcements to get to your front line. With only a 2,000 gold disparity, that's not a lot. Okay. As I say that guy behind you may just start threatening some properties here. There's one. He's pushing up north to see what he can get done. And man, he's got a great strike force here and a meat grinder for battlecopters here. For 2 turns in a row, Cross and Fox has just created tanks, which I fully agree with. I think that's the move that needs to happen right now. That being said, if that guy behind you keeps pumping out battlecopters, those tanks are going to be useless, and he does. And a medium tank. Oh boy, that guy behind you is absolutely in the driver's seat right now. But with calm, with some calm right now, Cross and Fox doesn't really understand that he's down 40k units. He doesn't know that for sure, but he has to guess. Okay, these are decent engagements, but at the same time, you know, what are you doing? You're driving a tank into range of a favorable city that he can take a shot off at a tank with, and you know there's a battlecopter in the area, and you don't have a really good response to it. So I definitely would not have taken that engagement. I mean, I would have taken that engagement, but it's not a good engagement, right? Hindsight's 50-50. So now he's going in pretty deep to stop the cap, stopping some caps here, taking engagements, leaving himself with some vision, but every time he goes in, it seems like he just does not really have a lot of sufficient backing to his units. That guy's turn, and he keeps pushing to the north. He's got an awesome strike force in the north, and if I were Cross and Fox, I'd be pretty demoralized by this force up here, okay? 2 tanks makes it really tough to get a anti-air in there to strike his battlecopters, and he's got another battlecopter coming. So once that falls, it's, you know, Olympus has fallen. It's you're done for. And yep, this is demoralizing to see a battlecopter that's just out of range of your anti-air, and it just got a really favorable engage on a battlecopter. Not only is the troop value going down, but that guy behind you is now going to have a unit value simply because Cross and Fox was not careful with his units. He had a 10 unit lead, and this looks like we could be getting close to a Cross and Fox FF. No, he will fight. He will combine. He's fighting. He's fighting. With all these tanks coming in, an arrogant move by that guy could spell disaster for that guy. So we'll see here. He's even doing a good job of pulling back his reinforcements on this front. It's turtle or nothing right now. It's do or die for Cross and Fox. In order for Cross and Fox to win, though, that guy is going to have to start making some big mistakes. And with no artillery on the board, cleaning up a medium tank and a neo tank is going to be all but impossible, because he's going to have to tech up himself, and by the time that it gets there, havoc will have been wreaked. And then look at this. Awesome. So mature by that guy. Very mature. I don't need to stand up here. Let's turtle behind an infantry wall and slowly push onto the city. Very good move by that guy. Yeah, and then look at this. He's not even rushing headlong. So suddenly, what we do have here is a Cross and Fox with a Black Storm coming up. A Black Storm could change the game for Cross and Fox. Absolutely, right? A Black Storm could weaken units enough for Cross and Fox to clean them up, bring the unit count disparity back to a reasonable amount, and bring his unit value up that is much needed. Okay, but with teched up units rolling in and Cross and Fox not producing artillery, this could get bad. And that's it. With that, this is pretty much disaster for this city. We're going to have a much bigger income disparity. Wow, I lost track of the income disparity. And it's going to be huge. And check this out. A very well defended siege on this city right now. if I'm Cross and Fox, and this income advantage is the way it is, it's might be time to FF. There is no stopping it. He instead moves up his line, which, oh Jesus, oh no, Cross, this is going to be a fucking bloodbath next turn. Yeah, this is going to be hard to watch. Okay. So, class, what have we just seen? We saw Cross and Fox go in on both fronts, and this is like DJs 101, right? Some call it a piston, some call it a rubber band. The rubber band analogy says you can stretch into one front, but that means half of this rubber band has to snap back. Or you can stretch into this front, and this rubber band has to snap back. If you pull it out on both fronts, the rubber band snaps, you lose the game. Now the other analogy is the piston analogy, right? You push out on one front, and if you know how engine systems work, another piston has to be brought back. Then this piston fires, but then this piston is brought back. You're going in on opposite fronts, and that allows you to properly reinforce each front each time. You go in on both fronts, you're so far away from your reinforcements, you are spread thin. Okay, we are going to have a massive turn for that guy right here. Troop value and troop disparity looking better for Cross and Fox, but just wait until this turn gets over. Holy moly. And with that, we're talking 6,000 gold disparity here. Not good. Not good. Here we go. Yeah, this, and look at, yeah, this could be it, folks. This, I mean, it's never been more over. It's never been more over. With the Neo tank and medium tank now in position, and I mean, you know, it's not over. It's actually the bloodbath has just begun, because here comes some crazy ass tank engagements. He should be taking 2 more tank engagements here. Yeah, 1, 2. That is no good, and it has to be GG. This has got to be it for Cross and Fox. He's got one more Black Storm in him. He pops it. If he can clean house here, something can happen. But he can't. He can't clean house. He comes in. He kills a recons. Big whoop. Okay. Well, is unable to kill a tank. Does take care of that. Will take care of this. Oh no. He sees the medium tank. Oh no. Unlucky damage roll there. That's all he can do on that front. Okay. Comes in with this front. He'll clean up a 4 health battlecopter. Clean up an anti-air. There's a tank down. Anti-air down. Tank down. Artillery down. Tank down. Person down. Person down. Infantry down. Okay. All right. Suddenly, we got a game. What just happened? Well, wow. Was anybody expecting that? Was anybody expecting that to actually happen? Look at this. Look at this. Obviously subject to change now, because here comes the value flip. But honestly, that guy does not have a lot of units to respond to this. Okay, I mean, actually, literally instantaneously, ba-boom, we are back to, you know, what it has been, what it should be, and what it always will be. And then, yeah, he can say goodbye to the Northwestern Front. It is gone. It's gone, and he may never reclaim it. His last hope is to get infantry down here ASAP and start capturing buildings again. This income lead is not looking good at all. So, I said that he didn't have a lot of troops to respond to what was going on, but in actuality, he absolutely did. Here's Cross and Fox. That's it. A seriously cool Black Storm effort at the end. A seriously cool. And was that Hawk's theme that we just? No, that was Kindle's theme that we just ended on. But an awesome Black Storm push at the end. Our hero has fallen, But out of the ashes, a new hero emerges. That guy behind you. We are behind you for the rest of the tournament. Keep winning, and I'll keep casting your games, but you lose, that's it. I'm moving on. Cross and Fox, great effort, man. You're officially enshrouded in kind of everything history, but that guy behind you, you played very well. I'm definitely looking forward to cheering you on throughout the rest of this tournament. Congratulations, that guy, and we're gonna keep up with you. We'll see what you're gonna give us in this next tournament. If there's a tier 4 match, maybe we could see some Sammy. Maybe we could see some high-level Sammy play. I don't know. I'm not gonna make you play Sammy. Just win the games, buddy. Okay. Hey, that's all I got. Thanks you guys for watching. Stay subscribed to see me cast the Smacky Cup all the way up to its conclusion. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.